Good afternoon, friends. Trust all of you are doing well. Welcome to the Ideas to Action webinar series. This is a masterclass on how private equity funds and their portfolio companies are surviving and planning to thrive through this difficult phase. Cost optimization and automation ideas is today's topic. As is the case always, we have a representation from a fund and a representation from a portfolio company. Without much ado, let me introduce the panelists to you. I have the pleasure of introducing you to my fellow panelists, starting with Devdutt Marathe. Devdutt is a principal at Apax Partners, one of the largest global PE funds, and leads the firm's efforts in healthcare in India. He has led or has been involved in a number of Apax investments, including Fractal Analytics, LDM MedTech, which used to be called as Sutures earlier, Manappuram, Zensar Technologies, Shriram City Union Finance, and Cholamandalam. Devdutt earned his BTech and MS degrees in electrical engineering from IIT Madras and Caltech, and MBA from IIM Ahmedabad. Devdutt, welcome to the webinar.
Thank you, Deepak. Great to be here.
I also have the pleasure of introducing you to Vishal Maheshwari, who is Group Chief Financial Officer, Head of Information Technology, and Director International Business Sales at Healthium MedTech. Vishal joined Healthium MedTech in Feb 2019 as Group Chief Financial Officer. He is responsible for bringing in financial vitality, growth, and strategic direction for the Healthium Group. Presently, he also heads the IT function and international business sales as additional responsibilities. Prior to Healthium, Vishal was the CFO for a $1 billion established pharmaceutical business division, which is Abbott Laboratories. In the past, he has worked at Indian Oil Corporation Limited, which is the marketing division, and he was heading the treasury and banking function. The portfolio size that he managed there was about $58 billion, massive. Vishal is a chartered accountant and a cost accountant with over 22 years of experience in financial planning and control, process optimization, accounts, audit, indirect tax, MIS, and budgeting. He brings sound knowledge of financial procedures and building internal financial controls aimed towards profit maximization, monitoring, and better working capital management. Vishal, it's indeed a pleasure having you here as a panelist for the webinar. Welcome.
Thanks, Deepak.
So before we jump into the specific questions, Devdutt and Vishal, if the two of you could take say 2 to 3 minutes and give us and start off with some opening remarks, that will be great. Starting with maybe Devdutt.
Sure, Deepak. Thanks again. Great to be here, and hope everyone on this webinar is doing well, staying safe. So to state the obvious, I guess we are in unprecedented times. Right? Nobody 3 months ago would have imagined the extent of turmoil that has undergone this economy. It's probably and our own lives. Once, I think the closest that probably comes to mind is probably what happened in 1929, when I don't think any of us on this call were alive. Some pretty fundamental assumptions that we all used to make have been broken. For example, I should get my hair cut once in 4 weeks. That hasn't happened for the last 10 or 12 weeks now, and you can see the result of that. Some of these will come back over a period of time, but in many ways, the world will be fundamentally altered by what's happening today. Lots of new habits will be found, old habits will be broken. People will rethink what they've been doing in their lives previously. So there's a lot to this is kind of an accelerated change process that we're undergoing in a very pressurized point in time. As we kind of lead and sort of work with our businesses over this turbulent time, a few thoughts that we should all keep in mind. Right? One is, what are the pillars of our business? There's lots of stuff that we do on a day-to-day basis that we keep ourselves busy with, but what is it that's fundamental and core to our business? And what must we preserve? What can we kind of do away with? How can we see this as an opportunity for ourselves and our companies? It's very easy to kind of see this as an unmitigated disaster. In many ways, for lives, for livelihoods, it has been a very, very challenging and painful time. But can we see opportunity in this? Can we do this in a way that makes us come out of this period stronger rather than weaker? So those really were my sort of opening remarks. I mean, the kind of topic of this webinar is cost optimization, automation ideas. These are obviously things that we must be doing on an ongoing basis, not waiting for a once in a generation crisis to be doing. But what we found repeatedly is that a crisis like this spurs rethinking, spurs accelerated innovation on some of these ideas. So look forward to discussion. Thank you, Deepak.
Yeah. Okay.
Vishal.
Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Deepak, for hosting this session. And of course, thanks to everyone who have joined on the call. While Devdutt, of course, laid out the overall objective, what are the necessary things which, whether PE or manufacturing or any of the finance folks will also be looking around in these times. But just to give a perspective, because the business which I handle, of course, we are the leading Indian company in a space dominated by MNCs. We are the largest Indian sutures manufacturing company. We are there in sutures, but we are also there in consumables like gloves. We are also there in the arthroscopy range. And our industry is a highly labor-intensive industry. And that is common for all the 5 manufacturing plants which we operate. And 60% of the workforce have been women, which is something which we are very always proud of. So I'll say one of the things which we were worried on 24th March, that how do we manage continued manufacturing with the existing labor force, but ensuring that there was no single person gets COVID impacted, because then the entire plant goes for a shutdown initially. If everyone looks back, that's how the guidelines were. And battling every day with a new development, the new government advisory was a new insight. And we learned ways to manage the crisis better day by day, because there were no set rules or precedences. Every day you used to come out with new challenges, and how do we handle it? And now, if I look back, the last 7 to 8 weeks with no single casualty, touch wood, in our plants, and we continue to ramp up the production day by day, I'll say we have been able to learn more about the business, more about our functions, the strength of the support teams, the changing mindsets, as well as, most importantly, the collective strength and the effort of the team which you are supposed to drive. And one point which I'll highlight, I think, because in our case, it's essential services, because we were running the manufacturing plant throughout the last 8 weeks. I'll say that it enabled everyone in the organization to remain focused on the business and opportunities, rather than getting worried whether there will be job losses or pay cuts, because these are the negative thoughts which were emerging. And our teams could complete a number of man-hours of product training, reaching out digitally to the distributors, reaching out to the surgeons whom we serve. And almost even today, 75% of my field force has been hitting the ground as we speak. So in short, if I have to look back, I'll say last 2 months journey, we are very content on the way we have managed to handle the crisis, and have started to focus more on short-term and medium-term opportunities, since the focus will always remain on growth. Not that the PE guys are there on the call, but I'm saying the growth always has to remain as the focus. Yeah.